Hi, I'm Jackson Jones, and I'm going to talk about Chapter 17, Persuasive Strategies. So, getting into it, Chapter 17 was very precise and very detailed on the do's and don'ts of certain speeches, getting into topics like how you address your credibility, how you build your credibility, how you deal with naysayers or fallacies in your info or from your audience, and overall, ended with an explanation of how the speeches or any other type of speech you can give can go completely wrong or right, giving on its fallacies, lack of reasoning, and or audience. So in the beginning of the chapter, I found that these first 5 topics were really the fundamentals and the start of a speech. Knowing your audience, analyzing your listeners, that is the first key things you should do when you first go up to speak. Looking at your audience, telling who's invested, who's not, what kind of audience you have. Then there's the persuasion scale, getting them to understand your speech and your argument. Then we went with plan your strategy. Plan your strategy is the very first thing you should do coming into your speech, how you're going to present it, if you need visual aids and other types of credibility, which you need to build. Running into the second half, I really discovered that this was a backbone and more of the fundamentals and strength core of your speech. Explain your competence, your basic knowledge, your accuracy on that knowledge, your open-mindedness to other arguments. Let's be honest, anybody who has a good argument is instantly not heard when they're not considerate of the other facts and the other side and issues. That common ground can be tied into your open-mindedness, really go hand in hand. After your open-mindedness, and of course, you need to strengthen your evidence of your argument and your speech by doing exactly what the text says and providing your evidence, followed by sound reasoning. Without those two, your speech will not be heard. Then there's deduction and induction to top that section off. Finally, we get into the last bit of chapter 17, and I took it as a message of adversity and obstacles you will face, running around with fallacies and reasoning, whether that be your research or even the reasoning of the audience, their willingness to listen or their willingness to listen to another opinion. But as a speaker, someone should definitely appeal to the other person's motivations, your audience's motivations, or whatever your topic is about to really drive your point across, so you are heard. Of course, there might be multiple motivations in your speech that you need to get across. Be careful one at a time. Like I said, don't mix it with the common motivation. And overall, the best part of controlling your speech is arousing emotions. A really good speaker could, get the crowd riled up. Your speech is being heard. Your emotional outreach is working. Chapter 17 really went through and through on the do's and don'ts, the rights and wrongs, and even overall tactics that should be used while giving a speech. And my source is from our textbook.